Hi everyone, my name is Ara and I'm here to talk to you about using MS Teams as an LMS system. MS Teams has seen a lot of use as a result of the pandemic, and although it's best known for being a web conferencing software with various features and simple to use interface, it has a lot of features that can make collaborating with groups and teams much more convenient and engaging. Again, known for its web meetings and video chats, there's a tremendous amount of tools that can make distance and online learning engaging and rewarding experience for both facilitator and learner. Let's take a look. First and foremost is Microsoft Teams integrated collaboration tools. So Microsoft Teams integrates seamlessly with other Microsoft 365 applications such as Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote. This integration allows for easy document sharing, collaboration, and real-time editing within the Teams environment. Next is virtual classrooms. So we're all familiar with Teams providing a platform for conducting virtual classrooms, enabling educators to host live lectures, discussions, and presentations. Meeting features support video conferencing, screen sharing, and interactive whiteboards, facilitating online classes. File sharing and storage. So Teams offers a centralized location for file storing and sharing. Educators and students can upload, share, and collaborate on documents, presentations, and other files directly within the Teams interface. Communication channels. Teams allows for creation of different channels for specific topics or subjects. This helps in organizing conversations and resources effectively, making it easier for students to find relevant information. Chat and messaging. The chat functionality in Teams allows for both one-on-one group conversations. Educators can communicate with students individually. Students can collaborate with each other, fostering communication and community building, even going as far as making breakout rooms for students to have live conversations within smaller groups, all during a larger web conferencing conversation. Assignment management. Now, Teams does include assignments features that streamline the process of creating, distributing, grading assignments. Educators can track student progress, provide feedback, and manage all aspects of the assignment workflow in one place. Attendance tracking. Virtual classrooms. Teams allows educators to track attendance during live sessions, providing insights into student engagement and participation. Security and compliance. Microsoft Teams adheres to strict security compliance standards, making it suitable for educational institutions that prioritize data protection and privacy. Accessibility features. Teams includes features to enhance accessibility such as captioning, screen reader support, ensuring that the platform is inclusive and available for all students. Teams has mobile accessibility. With the availability of mobile apps, students and educators can access Teams from their smartphones, tablets, promoting flexibility for allowing learners on the go. And finally, there's third-party integrations. Teams supports various third-party integrations, allowing educational institutions to connect other tools and services that may already be using. This includes integrations to Brightspace, Moodle, and other LMS platforms. Now let's take a look as to how you would build a classroom in MS Teams. The first thing you're going to do is access Microsoft Teams from where you have it loaded in your software. I've gone ahead and launched Microsoft Teams and I've logged in under my own account, Bow Valley College, where I work. And I'm going to go ahead and create a brand new team. Now you can see here that in Microsoft Teams we have options like chat, teams, calendar, files, activities, and so forth. I'm going to go ahead and under the Teams tab, join or create a team. From here I have the option to create a team, and when I do so, I'm going to select the class option. This will allow me to create a new discussion, create group projects, and create assignments as I see fit. For this demonstration, I'm going to call this the MDDE 610 Teams test channel. Now I can go ahead and add a description here, and just for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to call this a demonstration of MS Teams, or LMS. Now if I do have an existing template, I can go ahead and launch it here, but for this demonstration, I'm going to go and just create a new class from scratch. At this option, I can go ahead and start to add any students that are within the system that the the administration has. I could add a teacher, but again, for the sake of the demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and skip this step and proceed to the channel. From this menu, I can go ahead and take a look and see how I could set up the MS Teams channel for a classroom. Now, typically MS Teams will launch a brand new classroom and give you a template, a default template for setting up a home page. Now, if I did have a teacher, I would have their information plugged in here. I can go ahead and use this launch page to give my students any sorts of information that they need for their class. I can use these editing tools to change some of the information here. For example, I can change the name of the class, the welcome, to something like welcome to the demonstration. I could add a caption for it if I would like to. Any sorts of headings I can edit. And then I can even change the image to something else. There are some options here for browsing images that are already stock. So if I have options such as this, insert a new image, then I can go ahead and hit the republish page. And now I have a nice bright image for my homepage. Again, anytime I want to edit my homepage, I can hit the edit button, which will give me the option to adjust, crop images as I see fit, in order to fit my homepage. Next, you'll see the class notebook. Now, this section is great for having connections to OneNote, for keeping a home for various files that you may have within your content. Students can edit content if you want to set that setting up. You can have options to put any sort of course material such as handouts, or you can even create teacher-only sections that the students wouldn't have access to. Each student can have their own private notebook if you set that up for them, and all it takes is just adding the options. Now that the class notebook is set up, I have the option to immediately start to add material. I can add various sorts of content here. My students can use this to draw and add images if they would like to. They can use this as a whiteboard to add illustrations and images, and even upload files and so forth. Next, we have classwork. This is where any students have any sort of content or any modules that we want to add in. And this is a great way to structure your program. So if your course has various modules, we can go ahead and add modules. For example, I can call this Module 1. And I'll call this Learner Agreement. And I could put in a description of what this module will be. If I have any files I would like to add, it's just as simple as inserting a document and dropping it there. Once I hit the publish button, this will be live for all the students who are part of the course. Next is the Assignments tab. And this is where you can create assignments and insert them for your students to use. We have the option of creating a brand new assignment or adding quizzes. I'll go ahead and create the new assignment. In this case, I'll call this Assignment 1 Learner Contract. I can enter instructions if I like to, or I can attach files from OneDrive, my class notebook, from MS Teams, or any other source from my device. I could insert a calendar that would make the students and the team owners see what sorts of dates are connected to it. I can make any sorts of connections to any notifications and various channels. I can give the option to have late turn-ons or turn-ins notifications. I could set my due dates for when the assignment is started, when it's due, and I could tell the students that the assignment is ready to be submitted. I also have the option of adding a rubric or uploading one as well. Once I'm completed, I hit the Assign button, and now we have an assignment ready for my students. If I did have any students, I could see who is assigned who has completed the assignment and who hasn't yet. Returned would mean any sorts of students that are ready for grading. Now, speaking of which, I have the option to create grades. Once you create an assignment, you can go ahead and choose your assignment that you would like to set up grade points with. We have a reflections page, and this is all meant for checking in with your students. So if you want to have a check-in and see how they're doing, you can imagine that it could be time right before reading week. People might be getting stressed out or perhaps even having challenges with the program. And you could set up to have a check-in to kind of express how your students feel. And if you want to, you can go ahead and set up to either be anonymous, where their names are not recorded, and you can explore various ideas for check-ins as well. Student well-beings, how are you doing, your social connections about your peers and so forth, how are your reading skills, how do you feel before an exam, all kinds of options there. And once you set a check-in up, you can see that the students have the opportunity to enter how they feel. What's fantastic about MS Teams is it gives you the option to see the information visualized in an interesting way. Finally, there's insights, and insights allow you to see any sorts of curves or how your students are doing, engagement levels, how much activities they're participating in, various patterns. Because right now we don't have any students enrolled in our class, we're not going to be able to see any insights. Finally, there's the thing that MS Teams is the most famous for, which is its opportunity to create multiple channels. So I can create channels, I can make new channels if I want to, I can add them to my course. Right now I have a general channel. I can make one called Course Cafe, for example, and this is where students can learn, or sorry, I should say, can ask questions regarding course material. I can have everyone have access to it, or I can make it for specific teammates. I can add another channel, for example, if I would like to have a channel for general resources and off topic. And there you have it. I have the opportunity to make a brand new course built right into MS Teams, and I can set up all kinds of integrations immediately. I have the option to schedule meetings, schedule class, upload class materials to any of my channels, and use MS Teams in a much more robust and complete way. Really appreciate it. I hope you got something good out of it, and hopefully in the future you'll consider using Microsoft Teams to organize and set up your classroom learning areas. Thank you very much.